I'm going to put this in front of the clip. I know my video is long and it wasn't supposed to be, but I do apologize for all the stuttering. My fluency is not the best, and I'm also wearing my headset this time because I'm getting ready to edit this video. I do apologize for my stuttering, my fluency, and not trying to go on tangents, but the way I speak and how my brain works is by giving analogies and or background stories. Hopefully you guys can relate to a lot of the things. But anywho, this is just clarification. Sorry. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be for everyone else. For me, it is afternoon. Okay. So we're going over the reflection assignment. I'm just going to go over the questions, and I'm going to repeat the question before I give my answers. Okay. So these questions are: what did you learn about or share about your industry during your time in this course? What did you learn about your own future in it during this period of industry exploration? Going forward, how will you apply these skills and concepts you've gained to your future success, both in your academic care as well as your professional career? Okay, so first question: what did you learn about or share about your industry during your time in this course? I learned that networking is going to be a big part of my future. I also learned that using every possible social media site to make your art visible is key to being noticed. This industry has a lot of talent and organizations, so that there's a lot of opportunities to get a job. The communities are usually very kind and helpful from what I researched. Now, again, I also didn't go through every single comment and whatnot, but I noticed the top 2 or 3 comments on a lot of posts, and I didn't really see anything negative. I saw a lot of positive, man, that looks amazing, or hey, good job. Hey, how did you do this? What program did you use? So that's kind of what I noticed about this industry, which, by the way, game art is kind of the industry I'm going into. I think a lot of it coincides with game design as well. So a lot of the websites I looked at were based on game art itself. Some of them did mix with game design, but bear with me. What did you learn about your own future in it during this period of industry exploration? I'm going to have to use a lot of programs that I have never used before. My near future is going to have a lot of stress and lack of sleep. I can't predict the future. I have no idea what my own future holds. I have a lot of opportunities and success. Like I said, I don't know any of the programs like C++, Python. I think there's also like Ruby was one of them. I don't know how to use any of them. So I'm hoping the future classes is going to help a lot. I also don't have any of them downloaded. I'm more of a streamer. I make some content on YouTube. I have some clips on TikTok. I'm really interested in game art. I can't wait to get into it and start it. But I also learned from one of my teachers in high school who was a CompTIA teacher. I learned that she preferred to teach students that didn't have, a background in certain programs or information because they're a lot easier to teach. They don't have any bad habits, or I wouldn't say bad habits, just like inefficient habits, I should say. There's a lot more efficient ways to do a lot of things, unless obviously you were taught the correct way and or a better way. Moving on. Going forward, how will you apply these skills and concepts you've gained to your future success, both in your academic care as well as your professional career? Okay. I'm going to apply networking and the abuse of social media to make my artwork popular or at least well-known. If you don't know what I mean by the abuse of social media, let's give an example. There's this new Twitch streamer that got really, really popular recently, and he abused, how do I want to use this? Pyro, gear. So every single time he got a kill or a certain amount of kill streaks or whatever, and I think it was COD, he would just throw a mini rave. I don't know if you've seen the clip, but it's huge. Like his whole room, it was dark, and his whole room lit up with lasers and fire and went absolutely insane. But that's what I'm more meaning by abuse, is just going insane, like posting a bunch, posting it to every possible website or social media site that has, game art or a community, at least for my industry of some sort. I'm going to work with my peers in academic future and possibly create artwork with them to keep learning new tips and tricks. I'm pretty bad at talking with my peers. I'm also an introvert, so like working with my peers is extremely difficult. So I'm going to try and work with my peers when it comes to, working with C++ and Python and Ruby and all that good stuff. Or what's it called? I haven't downloaded. Like Adobe Effects and stuff like that, all those programs to really kind of help me learn the basics of across multiple programs. Because if you know a lot of programs, you're a lot more useful to multiple organizations. If you could give this upcoming TIM class some advice, what words of wisdom would you offer those students to help them get the most they can from this experience? Okay, first of all, this class may be easy, but it is extremely useful. Make sure you do all the research possible. Don't quit on your industry, even if it looks overpopulated or even boring. You never know what you could possibly bring to the industry. For future students, I'm going into my industry blind. Literally. Like, obviously, I know a lot of the organizations that are extremely popular, but I don't know a lot of the niche organizations or, even the basics of how to create what I want to do. But I'm just telling you, don't give up even when it gets hard. Every single post I give, I tell my peers that I'm replying to never give up, keep their chin up even when life gets difficult. I have to do that to myself a lot. Having a dog, trying to find a job, a girlfriend she's lovely, but she can bring stress from work. So don't ever give up on your future. Make sure you do all the research possible. But anywho, thanks for watching the video. If you're curious, yes, this is my Twitch name. If you can't tell on both sides. It's also on my YouTube and TikTok. I'm not trying to just link it, but just so there is proof what I said earlier. I don't know anything about creating 3D models or even 2D models. I'm more of a pencil and paper type of guy. So I'm waiting on this iPad that's supposed to come in and help me with my future. So anywho, thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic day. TIM classes some advice. What words of wisdom would you offer those students to help them get the most they can from? If you could give the upcoming TIM classes some advice, what words of wisdom would you offer those students to help them get the most they can from this experience?